Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Silver. In the last episode we defeated the Sudowoodo that was sitting right there where I am. In today's episode we're going to have a look at the two paths that Sudowoodo uncovered, which is stay one path, because this path over here to the right actually it leads us back to Violet City where we faced Faulkner, the first gym leader. It's actually a nice little thing. It was blocked off, but now it's easier to get between different areas of the game. It's a nice shortcut. So we're going to ignore that sign. We don't even care about that sign. And as you see, if we go up here to the path to the left, we find a new area where there's some twins here called Anne and Anne, which, look, that's just irresponsible, parents. Like, you need to be able to have kids with names that you can differentiate from each other without having to spell them out. Because if you yell out Anne, come down here, they're not going to know whether you meant Anne with an E or not. It's not made clear. So you know, just really think when you have twins, parents, just think a little harder. Think a little harder about what you want to name your kids, if you're going to give them nearly identical names that sound identical but are spelled differently. I mean, it's probably fine if you just call one of them E, because they've got an E in their name. Oh, Florida wants to learn Bite. I will in fact learn Bite, because, look, Fury Cutter, I was never using it. It's a very specific, it's got a very specific usage. And plus, Bite will come in handy at some point, because I believe this is the generation, yes, in which it was made a dark type move. This is not the generation in which Clefairy was made a fairy type move, obviously, so it wouldn't affect this battle. Does Dark interact with Fairy? Look, that, in terms of which Pokemon elemental mechanics I'm not too sure about. I don't actually remember a lot of them that well when it comes to like what interacts with fairy types and stuff like that, so I'm actually not sure. But theoretically it would or would not make a difference, and that's what really matters, doesn't it? So we defeat the twins. There's no double battle here because they hadn't introduced them yet. We just face each of their Pokemon one at a time, I guess. Did we? I wasn't paying attention. Were there two Pokemon? Pokemon can't do a thing if they're asleep. I'll show you how scary that is. I think you mean annoying. I think you mean I'll show you how annoying that is, because that's just one of those things that's like, well, you can do that, I guess. You're not, you know, nobody's a fan of you, but you can do it if you want. Yeah, Florida, look, Florida's not great right now, as power goes. Actually, Bite, this is a scenario where Bite would have actually helped, because it is super effective against psychic types. So I'll have to remember that. Yeah, see, the reason I'm not scared about being put to sleep is because this Drowsy doesn't seem to know what to do. Oh, there it goes. You can do it, Drowsy. You can do it. Yeah, good job, Drowsy. You contributed something to your life. Yeah, see, that it is a good strategy here, if you can pull it off. But the problem is that the AI just picks random moves. How many turns are you going to be asleep for? You're having a nice nap, aren't you? I'm pretty sure this has been 5 turns. I think you have to wake up the next turn. I think that's... yeah, there we go. Alright, well, yeah, and that was... oh, it was a critical hit too. So I will take that. Let's finish off this Drowsy, which was in fact annoying. Which is, amazing. So, there you go. Dream Eater, if we could... I think it's a TM somewhere here. It is worth keeping in mind because Dream Eater would give my Ghastly a bit more use at the moment. Let's switch out our front Pokemon over to... let's switch that to Soldier Boy. Kadabra's gotten a lot of attention lately. There's no reason for doing it like this. It's feng shui. That's why I just spent like way too long reorganizing that in the right way. Alright, and we see a Hoot Hoot, which is Hoot Hoots are pretty cool. It's a shame that they don't really do much, because in concept they're pretty cool. In the latest generation, they have come up with a cooler owl than Hoot Hoot, but it did take a while. It did take a few generations before Hoot Hoot was dethroned as the best owl Pokemon. We can jump down there into where we can be enticed by berries, or we can head up to find a new place. This is this a Crutiac? A critique? I don't remember. It's a city. It's a city. Hi, I'm Bill, and oh, I've got your phone number. I just finished adjustments on my time capsule. You know that Pokemon can be traded, right? My time. So this is a device that lets you trade with Generation 1. Which was very nice at the time. For our purposes right now, is absolutely useless. But thanks, Bill, anyway. Thanks for trying. Morty is so cool. His Pokemon are really tough too. The way the Kimono Girls dance is marvelous, just like the way they use their Pokemon. What have you got to say? Lake of Rage. That's a word I wanted to hear. I want a red Gyarados, even though I chose the water type starter Pokemon, so I don't know if I'd have that much use for a Gyarados. But I want a red Gyarados. Whether I can use it or not doesn't affect whether or not I want a red Gyarados. So, the Lake of Rage. The Lake of Rage is pretty cool. So let's go visit this new city. Find out a little bit more about it. Yeah, however you pronounce that city. Pokemon Gym leader Morty, the Mystic Seer of the future. So that's pretty cool, but there's more to this city than just Morty. There is, in fact, a random house with presumably some people in it. What are they doing? Listening to the radio, probably. Is there really a Pokemon that big? If it exists, it must be powerful. This happened when I was young. The sky suddenly turned black. It turned back to black. It was back in black, and it was in fact a bird dragon. That sounds like fun. There's no such thing as legendary Pokemon. I've never seen one. Yet. That used to be a much taller tower, but it burned down in a fire. So this is the Burned Tower, appropriately named. I can see why it's called the Burned Tower. I think that makes sense. That's a sensible thing to name a tower that's burned. It's very clear. It's to the point. We're just gonna have a look a bit more around here, and then we're gonna head into the dancing hall. I think this is. Not only are the Kimono Girls great dancers, they're also skilled at Pokemon. I always challenge them, but I've never even left a scratch. Lad, if you can defeat all the Kimono Girls, I'll give you a gift. Alright, so what we've got here is some girls who wear kimonos called the Kimono Girls. If you talk to them, they have a little bit of a theme. Each of them only has one Pokemon. One Pokemon color coordinated with their outfit. They've each got an Eeveelution, one of the various EVs. This serves to introduce people of this generation to the new forms of EV available. Oh, this is actually we're having a bit of tough mashup. I mean, look, Thundershock is not a great move, but still, I'm used to just like mowing through people. So let's switch over to Flow Rider, because Flareon is going to take a while to take down otherwise, even though it seems to have been paralyzed for 2 turns now. It's just been chilling. 3 turns now. This paralyzed Flareon probably needs some help because, yeah, during that fight it just became unable to move, like, consistently. That's some bad luck. So, yeah, they introduced a couple new variations of Eeveelutions. Let's... hold on. She had a red outfit in the thing and now she's got a green one, right? I'm not sure if this was consistent, because I thought it might have been matching because she had a red kimono. And this one has... no, they all have red kimonos. It was just a coincidence that the first one had a matching outfit in the icon. This is Espeon, one of the two new Eeveelutions for this generation, Psychic type. Espeon is okay. I don't think many people are blown away by Espeon. Currently, Espeon is performing a bit of espionage, so we're in some trouble. But what we should do is switch for no reason whatsoever to Sudowoodo, who I decided just then to bring out. Why? Look, don't ask me. Don't ask me difficult questions. Look, I'm not sure how well the Sudowoodo is going to do, but Sudowoodo is pretty strong. At least at this stage in the game. We caught it at level 20. It was messing up my team. Admittedly, I was trying to capture it, but still, it took out a fair chunk of my team, and it was not a fun time. So Sudowoodo is fairly strong. At least for now, Sudowoodo is going to remain at least one of my backup Pokemon in my party while it's around. Isn't my Barrette pretty? Oh, a Pokemon battle? That's right, a Pokemon battle. Let's see, what kind of Eevee have you got? Is it a Hoot Hoot? Because I've been surprised by random Hoot Hoots before. No, it's Umbreon. Umbreon actually does have, as far as the competitive scene and all that kind of stuff, it actually has found some success. Because I believe it is a strong physical tank with a large amount of HP. I think its weakness is in defending against special attacks, though I don't remember. Either way, it is dangerous. We're going to switch to Sudowoodo again, actually, because Dark types are weak to fighting moves, which I remember that Sudowoodo has. So currently, he is filling a bit of a spot on our team, which is nice. Even though, don't do that. Even though he appears to be missing. Here we go. Maybe it's physical moves that he's weak against. I don't remember. Look, Umbreon's a good tank Pokemon. People teach it moves like Toxic and then just use it to annoy the opposition. And that's sort of the little niche it's found for itself. Oh, come on! Come on, man. Come on, don't miss. There we go. I don't know what low kick's hit percentage is, but it should be better because I missed way too much. Ooh, alright. I don't have any Pokemon left. Yeah, that's because you only had one Pokemon. Which is fine with me. I wouldn't want you to have a billion Pokemon. Oh, you're a cute trainer. Would you like to battle? Well, you've got a purple outfit here. I'd hope you're at least a Vaporeon trainer. Come on. Be vaguely themed. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's a Vaporeon. By pure coincidence. And finally, Soldier Boy, which I put out in front, finally has a chance to face something it's super effective against. Vaporeon's pretty cool too. Vaporeon is a bulky water type, I think. It can, it's got a fair amount of defenses, especially with abilities and things later on, I believe. I haven't really used one competitively, so I'm not sure exactly what it does. That's good, but I know people do use it around the place. You're stronger than you look. What's that supposed to mean? Hello. Hi. Oh yeah. I need to remember to check my item section in the PC occasionally. Alright, so The last one is Jolteon. So we're going to bring out... Okay, that was a failure. We're going to bring out Kadabra. Because my other two main Pokemon are Electric type, which won't do much damage, and Water type, which is not great with Jolteon. Jolteon's a nice Pokemon. I used Jolteon on my team for ages because it's tied for one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. Kadabra, of course, went first here, but that's because my Kadabra is cool and it's higher level, and it's been getting those extra points from being with a trainer. But Jolteon can be one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. It's got a high special attack, but it is it's not a tank. It's one of those frail types. But you know, if you can get in a shot with it, it's worth its time. So let's talk to the guy. Yeah. There we go. So you do have something for me. And we got HM03. This is what we came in here for. It wasn't just to see Eevees. It was to get Surf, which is a huge improvement on Water Gun. Finally, our starter Pokemon will be very viable indeed. I will see you next episode.